Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over a trade recap on how I made 4.6K today. So let's get right into it. So, firstly, these are kind of what I want to see pre-mark or as market opens. So, here we're bearish until proven otherwise. And why is that? Because, firstly, this 4 hour here got inversed, right? We got this 4 hour inversed with these two candles, creating this gap right here. So we're in this bearish 4 hour fair value gap. We want to respect it, right? So we see it being respected as of right now, right? So that's good. We scale down to the 1 hour. We also see we're in this 1 hour gap also being respected. So all higher time frames are indicating the market is bearish. And I will show my trade in a bit, but here are my accounts. Sorry, I forgot to show. So 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. And then on my alpha account, I made 100 because I was going super light. Yeah, because I'm almost blowing this account, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. Mental's up. Besides the point. So hourly gap, hourly fair value gap being respected. We scale down. We see we see kind of these two gaps right here, and I want to see this number one being respected because we're ranging in these two gaps. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take a trade until we inverse these gaps. We scroll down to the 5 minute. I even put like a white line here. If the 5 minute closes below these gaps, I know they're inversed. So pre-market, what is it looking like? If it, okay, there we go. What do we see here? So we scale down to the 1 minute. This is where we're taking our entries. I trade a continuation model, by the way, so it's really dependent on draw and liquidity. That's probably the most important thing. So having a bias, strong volume, want to see bullish fair value gaps get disrespected. So what does that mean? Inversing inversing these 5 minutes. Okay. So I want to see it inverse these 5 minutes right here off market open, or like once market opens. See it go down, close below this, would definitely indicate this market is bearish, and it confirms my bias because we are bearish until proven otherwise. So what are my draws here? My draws would be London low would be my first draw. My second draw would be Asia low, and finally we have previous day lows, which also coincide with New York PM lows. So honestly, pretty strong draws. And then we have this swing low here because I think it was Cole. I think it's Cole Trades. He said that the final draw likes being edged. So just setting your TP like a little above that like would guarantee the profit. Spoiler, it did not for one of my accounts. So essentially I took a 1 to 1.5 on my top steps and try to take a 1 to 2 here on my alpha account, but that didn't work out. So as we move through this market, what do we see? Market opens, big displacement. So this is really good, right? Especially, oh, I went too far. Okay. All right. Let me just go back here. So market opens, big displacement down. So we wick up, we kind of sweep these highs here, and we start shooting down. Very good. My bias is holding. So honestly, I just want to see an entry to get the London low sweep and then maybe Asia. That's what I was looking for. Those were my two strongest draws. So what do we see? 1 minute displacing hard, hard, really hard, which is amazing, right? But then we see this candle here. So it's coming into our first draw liquidity, which is London low, obviously. So I'm like, okay, what am I looking for? Markets in a bearish market, the market likes making lower highs and lower lows. So we want to see it move like this. So we want to see a retrace up here for the continuation model to come down further. So we're just waiting for an entry like a 1 minute fair value gap or a 5 minute, preferably the 5 minute, but the 1 minute, if there's strong displacement, I will take it either way. So what do we see? We see it shoot past these London lows. So I was like, that kind of that kind of sucks, but we still got Asia. But we got to be careful here because I still want to see strong displacement to Asia for us to take a trade. If not, I'm just not taking the trade today, right? Just looking for those good ass setups. So, strong displacement down. What do we see? Market wants to form a lower high here, and that's exactly what it does. Playing into this 1 minute gap right here, tapping into this 1 minute gap, closing below it. So this is good. And we see bearish candle, right? Could take your entry right here to get a better fill, but honestly, I wanted confirmation on this move down, so I waited for the next candle. And this next candle, we got huge displacement. And I took my first position around here. So this was my first entry on my top step, and then my second was on this candle close. Usually you should wait for the candle close. It's just that we're so bearish here that, yeah, I took 1 mini here and 1 mini here. So this averages out just right in between this. This was my average on my top step. Then you could see this here. So I took 2 minis. So my first mini, like I said, it was right around here, 833. And then 825, which was the candle close here. So yeah, that averages out to about like 830, 829, right about there, with stop loss at the swing highs here, at these lower highs. And then TP at wherever 1500 is, right? It has to be at least a 1-to-1. So on my top step, it was a 1 to 1.5. It was around here. So was this 792? 792 would be about, yeah, it's here. So this is exactly the trade I took. See, so a 1 to 1.6, very good. So let's see this play out in real time. So we start to see it wick up, which is okay. Honestly, like the one thing I didn't account for was this 5 minute gap that it created here, which honestly, this has messed me up a bit in the past. I've lost my live account on my MyFunded Futures due to this not accounting for the 5 minute, which is honestly horrible. I made the same mistake, so I gotta recognize that and I gotta improve on that. So we see this, right? Big displacement, or no, it's like pretty small displacement higher, right? A little bit bullish, just market wanting to retrace into this 5 minute. And then I realized that and I was like, shit, like maybe I should. I was honestly doubting the trade. By the way, should never doubt your trades. Like once you get in, you're locked basically. Like that's my mindset. Like you're basically locked unless you want to get out break even because it's chopping really hard. But yeah, price is still looking decent. We get some bullish candles, which a little bit scary, a little bit scary. But what do we see? we see this, right? Like a little bit of consolidation. I'm like, okay, break even is probably going to be Asia here. And then final TP right here at 792, which gets me 1.5. So that's halfway past my accounts. Because these are fresh accounts, because like I said, I lost my live account, so might as well scale my earnings from my live account into like more accounts. And this has a copy trader, so yeah, win-win. Not really bummed out about losing my accounts. But it is what it is, you know? Like traders have up and downs, not that deep, we keep pushing. So going back to the trade here, we see this, boom. So it's still wicking quite a bit, but market is wicking up, but it's not holding the these bullish candles, and it's still wicking down. So I was like, okay, like I still have some confidence in this. Then what do we see? We see a wick. Boom, big displacement, massive displacement. That's break even. So we go break even here. So this is almost guaranteed profit. Like I can't lose on this trade except for fees. Big displacement. We're up quite a bit here. Final TP here. What do we see? Very strong displacement, very strong, and then TP smashed. And then for my alpha accounts, as you can see, my final TP was at 784.25, and it like, I actually can't believe this. It edged it by like a point, and then it starts going up again. So I was like, okay, like I want to secure some profits just because I'm down horrendous on that account too. Taking A plus trades, mind you, but or I guess like A minus, A plus trades. Plays into this 1 minute. I'm still holding. We see this wick down, and then us go back up. Basically, what was going on in my mind is that if we close above these Asia lows, this blue line here, I'm probably gonna get out because we're gonna see it like retrace all the way back up into my break even. So once I see this, I see hesitation from in the market. Honestly, I just want to get out and secure my profits here because what does it end up doing? Goes back break even, right? And that's kind of just like discretion. I could have held and could have like trusted my trade, but securing the profits, I already like secured my 1.5 for the day for my 3 top step accounts. And then my alpha account, since it's down horrendous, like just want to secure some profits on it so we can get back to trading like a mini or even 2 minis to get that first payout. So yeah, pretty successful day. The only thing I didn't really account for was again that 5 minute that it could have retraced into and then shot down. But thankfully this trade went my way. Overall it was like an A minus trade just because we also had the SMT here. It was like a small SMT with NQ being bearish from what I remember. Yeah, so we get a strong close below London here, and then the S&P had a close above it, so NQ was more bearish. So we had SMT, IFEGs, we inversed this 5 minute, tapped into the 1 minute, and thankfully shot down to my TPs. Okay, hope you guys learned something from that, and I'll see you in the next one.